Hello, I'm back a little sooner than I was anticipating. Um, yeah, the last two reviews I've done so far have been just not exactly planned, just kind of happened. You know what I mean? So I guess that's kind of what I'm gonna do as I go. Uh, Mainly, I'm probably just gonna review things as I wear them that I haven't reviewed yet. You know what I mean? So I can give you guys a good, concise, precise evaluation on them and how they turned out. But today, as you read by the title, episode 48 of Sensory Sense, we have Supremacy Collector's Edition by Afnan. And without even needing to, well, sorry, it's out of the thing. But here's the bottle, by the way. It's a very everybody says it's a nice bottle. I agree, it's pretty decent. Unfortunately I did scrape off some of the paint so I could actually see the contents, because that's one thing I don't like about bottles. Some brands they just like completely black it out or like just cover up the contents. You don't know how much is in there, and I hate that. You know what I mean? I like knowing how much I have. But anyhow, so um, without even consulting Fragrantica right this moment, um, the notes are printed actually inside the box there. So let's see, main accords, top of pineapple, bergamot, apple, and white floral. Middle notes of orange blossom, birch, amber, and base notes of oak moss, musk, and ambergris. Sorry, I kind of slipped over my words there. But yeah, I wore this one today. I was gonna do this review before I took a shower, but then shit happens. Shit literally happened, and then I took a shower. Um, but on skin, it's not really. It's still kind of there. It's mostly gone, but on my work shirt, that's like the only smell on it, surprisingly. But let's see. Let's go over the Fragrantica page here. So main accords: white, floral, fruity, citrus, sweet, amber, animalic, musky, mossy, fresh, and leather. And excuse me, it's been a long day. Even though it was only like 3.5 hours of work, they busted my ass. Anyhow, sorry. I'm trying to see what these are all really close. Apparently this is good for every weather and every time of day, but from the looks of it, uh, fuck's sake, spring is at the top. Second best is a tie. It looks like between summer and fall, and it's least good in winter. But they're all pretty much full bars of votes. And best at day, second best at night. Okay. I don't think every scent is good for every weather, personally. But this one, yeah, I guess I could see that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about those votes of pretty much every bar for winter, spring, summer, fall, day and night being full like that. But yeah, I guess the general consensus is it's good for any time and any weather. It is commonly loved with a perfume rating of 4.53 out of 5 with 620 votes. And let's see, what does the description read? Supremacy Collector's Edition Pour Homme by Afnan is a cyper fruity fragrance for men. This is a new fragrance. Okay. Supremacy Collector's Edition Pour Homme was launched in 2024. The top. Okay, that's the notes. Never mind. Okay, so we got top notes again of pineapple, bergamot, white flowers, apple, middle notes of orange blossom, birch, and amber, and base notes of musk, oak moss, and ambergris yet again. And longevity, we have long-lasting 7 to 12 hours and a sillage of strong, radiating within 6 feet. Gender male and price value commonly voted for. It's almost a tie between good and great. And people say this reminds them of Creativentus Absolute, Club de Nuit Pursue 1 by Armoff, That's a great scent too. I'll do one on that later. Um, Sauvage Elixir by Dior. It's kind of surprising. Supremacy Not Only Intense by Afnan, which I started to not like it, and then I gave it to my little brother, who did like it. Creed Aventus, what else? Yeah, whatever. That's not important. Anyhow, um, let's get into this. I will show you the atomizer, how good it sprays. Very nice. Okay, wow. This one always kind of catches me off guard when I spray it because it opens so. Damn, it's strong. It's very potent in the air. Like the second you spray it, it's very strong. It functions similar to Supremacy, Not Only Intense in terms of that just potency. You know what I mean? Like that slap in the face the second you spray it. But I would say it is different scent wise overall, thankfully, which I'm happy about. I usually don't mind oak moss and things, but that one, it was just, I don't know, there's like a mix between the oak moss and I think the black currant that it wasn't doing it for me. Just wasn't fucking with it. You know, it happens. Anyhow, let's tell you what I'll go with the dry down right now, like the post work dry down, like 5 hours after having initially sprayed. I'm getting presumably the orange blossom in there. The amber, it's still in there, kinda. The birch, no, not so much. It's mostly just orange blossom and amber on the top, the middle notes, and the base notes of musk. I feel like I'm not spraying or smelling as good of a part as I could be. I don't remember exactly where I sprayed it, but I'm getting the scent. It's there. Um, well, on skin, the ambergris and oak moss are kind of the most potent parts right now. Even after a shower, there's still some scent there. Um, the musk, not so much, but the orange blossom and amber are both there on the shirt and skin. Maybe there's some birch in there. I don't know. I can't really detect it, to be honest with you. But oh man, this stuff just. That's when you know it's good. When you got to make that face of disgust, Um, yeah, right off the bat though, the pineapple is like right there, and the apple, and I presume the white flowers. Although I don't know what kind of white flowers. I mean, there is kind of a floral thing going on in there, but God, it's so strong. It's fuck's sake. It's almost like smelling freshly pumped gas, but fruity. That's the best way I can describe that opening. It smells like gasoline and fruit in the best way possible. Like good gasoline, It's just so pungent. Um, but yeah, the pineapple is definitely there off the top. The bergamot is. There's a bit of a citrusy thing going on there, but it's kind of muted. Um, the apple, yes, and the white flowers, yeah. I think that's what I'm picking up there. There's almost a dustiness going on, like with the lily of the valley notes that typically show up in these. Man, I understand the hype behind this one. It is something else. Um, the orange blossom in the middle, I assume that's more of a floral, citrusy type scent. Yeah, yeah, you could say it's there. I need to dry this down a bit though, because it's still kind of wet. Searching for the birch. I'm on a birch search right now, and it's yeah, uh, I guess you could say there's a bit of a woodiness in there. Yeah, I guess that's the birch probably. Um, the amber, yeah, it's giving this just an ever so slight, almost that vanillic type of thing that amber does. You know what I mean? Um, but it's not too terribly strong, to be honest with you. But it's there. Yes, it is there. I'm picking it up now. Now that it's dried a bit more on the paper towel, it is there. Yes, and then the base notes of musk. Yeah, it shines through a little bit. It's not the kind of musk I would like, but it's musk. You know what I mean? Like there's kind of just that general musk scent, but then there's other kind of offshoots of it that smell slightly different, probably due to the other notes. Um, yeah, it's. I would say it's there, and the oak moss. Yes, the ambergris. Yes. So overall, I would say these notes are accurate, at least from what I can detect and what I can pick up and what I can interpret. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, this one, I usually get pretty good longevity from this one, but today I either just went nose blind to it within the first hour, or I don't know, because I double sprayed on my hands. I usually put one on the back of my hand, one on my wrist, and one on like the crook of my elbow, the small of it. You know what I mean? I find that when you spray here, it lasts longer. Strangely, maybe because it's a pulse point. But like I've sprayed, so I've done this thing before where when I go to sleep at night, sometimes I'll put some on, something I just like the smell of and enjoy in my free time, and yeah, I'll put it on that part of my arm and then like my wrist or hand, and by morning I'll still smell it in the small of my elbow, but not anywhere else. You know what I mean? It's weird, but yeah, this one is quite excellent. Holy shit, yeah, the florals in there, man. I just don't like florals that much, to be honest with you. A lot of the time, they just don't resonate with me. Um, I'm trying to think of other floral based ones I have. Not floral based, but floral heavy. I would say probably Rasasi Hawa's Fire is one of those. Which honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. I tried to review that like a month ago, but I was dealing with pneumonia and I had like no sense of smell. I woke up that morning like towards the back end of it, and it was just fucking with my sinuses, and like I could smell a little bit, but not 100%. And by later that day, when I was actually about to do the review, I just couldn't smell anymore. It wasn't even like COVID lack of smell; it was just congestion. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a good time. It was fun. I almost died. I went to the hospital. It was pretty sick. It was a great time. I will forever look back on that fondly. Anyhow, I'm getting off topic here. What would I rate this? I would rate this a. Let's give it a. We smell it again. I'll give this a. Hmm, it's tough because I don't find myself reaching for this one, to be quite honest with you, that often. But it's not a bad scent. You know what I mean? It's just like I have too many other options, so I kind of just grab for whatever's closest at the time, or just I don't know. I'm picky sometimes. Sometimes I'll just stick with a single scent for a couple days, or like a group of scents for a couple days, like three different ones. I'll just interchange between them over a course of a week. You know what I mean? Or maybe you don't. I don't know. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. It's not. It's not. I don't have any particular issues with it. It's just. It's just not something I reach for often. I should. I should start wearing it more. Honestly, I've given away more decants of this than I've worn of it. You know what I mean? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I think I'll give it some good wear this summer. Um, in reference to the seasons that this is best for, I would say it is probably pretty good in spring. Summer, I don't know. It's leaning a bit. I feel like it'd be a little bit too sweet. I feel like it might get a little cloying. It's not like terribly sweet, but the florals mixed with the sweetness of the top notes might get a little annoying after a while, you know. But fall and winter, yeah. Honestly, I would say it's more suited towards like spring, fall, and winter personally. And time of day doesn't mean shit, you know. I don't think it makes a difference because at the end of the day, the only difference between day and night is temperature, and the only difference between all these months is temperature. You know what I mean? Temperature and humidity, whatever. I'm just ranting at this point. This has been episode 48 of Sensory Sense, I believe, and yeah, Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. Go smell it once you get the chance. Goodbye.